what I mean? I feel like it was missing a step. Anyways, I'm actually trying to test something before I truly begin here. I'm seeing, see right in front of me is my computer screen. I'm seeing if I can actually watch my screen, or if there are any people that show up to comment. I want to know if I can actually see the comments on my monitor instead, because I do not like the mobile streaming comment section. I don't like it at all. Don't mind the curtain. I'm blocking out the sun. It's not a curtain either. Just pretending it's a curtain. So, okay, it looks like I can. That's nice. So if I pop out the chat, actually doing this in preparation for eventually streaming on my Watch It for Days channel. Okay, wow, this is actually easier than I figured. And I can see what the quality of my video is. That's nice. Because I'm always wondering, am I clear? Am I fuzzy? Do I look like a robot? Or am I behaving like a robot? The answer is no. Okay. Looks like I can fix this now. So, we're having our coldest days these past few days. It's been below 0 for 3 days. So cold that when we got up this morning, the frost was on the inside of the window. That was cold. And I just went and got a glass of water, and it seems that the cold water has froze. So I should probably let that drip if I can get it to go again. And if you hear weird noises, that is the dog in the background. So I have all of my seeds here, and I'm really looking forward to spring. The colder it has gotten, the more I'm looking forward to spring. That loud noise was my dog dropping her bone, because that's what she does. Good to know that we can do this. Okay. So don't mind the disarray behind me. Hopefully I'm blocking most of it. You see, the house is still under construction. I'll give you a little glimpse. Oh, you're kind of barricaded in here. But you see, got a little lath and plaster back there. So a lot of things are still in boxes, and that's what's behind me. And don't have like a closet for putting clothes in yet, because the closet itself needs remodeled. We've got some asparagus. These seeds were supposed to have been used 2 years ago. So I'm going to try to sprout all of these and these. I guess you could say they're past. So they probably will sprout, at least some of them. And that's all I care about, is some of them. Some more asparagus. This one's unopened and also needed to be sold 2 years ago. So we'll be growing some asparagus. I have a few leftover Tall Top Early Wonder beets. I'll be planting all of these. Then I learned that a library near me has a seed catalog, which is pretty cool. And I got from there some bull's blood beets. What a name. So I don't know what those taste like, but I'm sure they're amazing because I like beets. we'll be growing that this year for sure. I have some Brussels sprout seeds. I've never grown Brussels sprouts. These also need to have been sold by 2 years ago. So probably half of them will sprout, and that's all that matters. So I'll try to grow those this year. Because that could be fun, right? Then I have enough cabbage to grow for years. We got Fairy's Round Dutch, of course. Hopefully we don't have cabbage worms this year. We've got Early Golden Acre. And we've got Copenhagen Market Early. And then from the local library seed catalog, I got another thing of Golden Acres. They only put like a couple in here, so that's why I really like cabbage. At least some of those to grow. Now I was shocked at how easy it is to grow cantaloupe. If you've never grown cantaloupe, try it. And I did not know, I've learned so much about growing melons. I didn't know that one plant was so massive. So I overcrowded them in my garden. There were too many, except for one plant I had all by itself because I didn't know if it was going to live. That plant was constantly producing melons. But then my crowded melons, they just weren't as good. They weren't growing as well and they stayed small. So we learned, we as in me, don't overcrowd melon plants. Just one plant, one healthy plant. And you will get loads of melons. Same with the watermelons. Got some carrot seeds. My carrots were quite spindly last year. I had a hard time getting them to sprout, but they did. I'm going to try again. This is my used package. So they're a little older than new. They were also to be sold 2 years ago. They were good carrots. They were just very small. Very small carrot. Oh, it looks like I have another thing of carrots. The ones I just showed you was called Nantus. I don't actually know. Nantus. Always learning how to pronounce words every day. Then it looks like I have an unopened package of long Imperator carrots. I really like carrots. I especially like cooked carrots, but I don't know how many vitamins they retain after being cooked. Cucumbers, another thing I overcrowded, and I will know better for this year, for my garden coming up in months. We've got National Pickling. I never managed to make pickles, and I wanted to, but I never got it done. Then we've got Market More 76. I don't know what the numbers mean on their names. I'll probably try to grow both of those. Then, here's something I really want to be successful this year. Because I got 3 fruits, I guess you would say, even though we call them vegetables. Black Beauty eggplant. I managed to get 3 little eggplants off of my eggplant plant last year. And they were amazing. So I'm going to try harder to have a little more success. This was, when they're in these little packets, they were from the seed catalog at my library. And there's only like, a couple seeds? Goodness. I only feel like one seed in there. I'm gonna open it. They are free, just so you know. I didn't pay for these. You get to get 8 packets of free seeds. So, I mean, if there's one seed in here, I can't really complain, but one seed? I want to see what's in here. Oh! They got stuck on the glue. That's why it felt like there was one. They're all up here. Try to put them back in the packet. Okay. So there must be like 5 seeds in there then. Okay. And the other one I got, I don't like the name. It's a weird name. Little Finger Eggplant. Even if they look like little fingers, I wouldn't have called them little fingers. It's weird. But there's like a little clump of seeds in there. We'll see how that goes. It says they're petite eggplants. Kale is something I've never grown, but people say it's easy. This is White Russian kale. Lettuce is another thing I did not grow last year, but I would like to. This is black-seeded Simpson lettuce, whatever that means. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about what it looks like. It just says when to grow it. I don't know if it's black-seeded because it's black leaves or the seeds are black. I've assumed all the seeds would be black. Sorry, I'm deleting a message that just came up. Okra. Did not try to grow okra last year, but I'm going to. These seeds feel huge. I want to see what they look like. All I hear about is fried okra. And that it's like a southern thing. Oh, they are huge. They're like a pea. Interesting. Cool. I'm going to grow some okra for the first time in my life. Onions. I'm apparently supposed to be growing onions right now. So I maybe do this on my own without you, or might record it at some point. But onions. I've got red burgundy onions. I like red onions. And white Lisbon bunching. Excuse that sound. This is what happens when you use your phone as the camera. I tried growing onions by seeds last year and it didn't work out very well. Did not grow peas last year. This is Laxton's Progress number 9 shell pea. So that'll be fun. Plan to grow some peas. Here's something that would have been a success if I would have done it earlier. That is pumpkin. My package is in terrible condition because it was really hot and this was in my pocket. I still remember it. There's still a few seeds in here. These are jack-o'-lantern pumpkins, but you can apparently eat them. But then, oh no, I planted all my sweet pumpkins. Oh well. More jack-o'-lantern pumpkin seeds. Radish. Japanese wasabi radish. That sounds exotic. I'll try growing that. I'm going to try to grow some spinach this year. Looks like I have 3 different packages of spinach. We've got Bloomsdale Long, opened, and then an unopened one, 2 different brands. Then we've got round leaf spinach. Spinach is good. So I will happily grow some spinach. Here's another thing I did not grow last year, which surprised anyone when I said I didn't, was zucchini. Because it's one of the easier things to get a harvest from, as I hear. Dark green zucchini. Am I going to have room in my garden for all this? Sure hope so. Winter squash is another thing. This one is specifically honey baby winter squash. Spaghetti winter squash. Oblong pale yellow fruits with stringy centers. I guess you make spaghetti with it. And here we got a few tomatoes. Big rainbow. This is an easy word. Big rainbow tomato. Aunt Ruby's German green tomatoes. Black cherry tomato. I really liked growing cherry tomatoes last year. True beefsteak tomatoes. Those are my packages. I know I'm going to be showing you some more though when we get there. Here we have a couple of different types of watermelons to grow. Crimson Sweet watermelons. 85 days to harvest. That's not bad. And Jubilee watermelon. 95 days to harvest. We were eating melons all season last year. Then something I am absolutely growing and grew it last year and thought it was incredible is sweet corn. It was easy to grow. I thought it was going to be difficult. I don't know why I thought that. I think because we never grew it at home. Sweet corn was so good. Picking your own sweet corn, I felt like a true Iowan. We've got Silver Queen hybrid. So it's got white kernels. That's interesting. Never had that before. Early Golden Bantam hybrid. Hybrid means you can't save the seeds, right? Isn't that what that means? Well, I've got 2 of those bantams. So I think I can't save those seeds, sadly. Then we're going to grow some hot peppers because my pepper plants were just exploding with peppers last year. And I still have tons of seeds. I planted all of these last year and still have seeds left over and got so many seeds. So we're going to go through them. I probably got the most of these Serrano chili peppers. They were just exploding with fruit last year. I have huge bags of them in the freezer. You overwinter your peppers? I tried that and they died. So apparently I did it wrong. Your name would be pronounced Medionte. That's good that you can successfully overwinter your peppers. I should probably try again. I might try again. Jalapeno peppers. Mine did terribly last year. They did awful. It was my hot peppers that were really successful last year. It is Ben. Okay, I'll just call you Ben. Thanks for being here, Ben. I really want my jalapenos to do well this year. Problem was that my garden got plagued with grasshoppers last year. And apparently grasshoppers have no problem eating pepper plants. And the hot peppers bounced back and survived, and I've got a freezer full of hot peppers. But my bell peppers and my jalapeno peppers, they failed terribly because of it. I also have habaneros, which I have a freezer full of habaneros because there were so many grown that I didn't know what to do with them all. I've got a beautiful freezer of orange and red peppers. Here we got some more habaneros. This is like a variety of colors. They were all very successful. I would love to grow some bell peppers this year. My main focus on the peppers is bell and jalapenos. More bell peppers. Oh, also banana sweet peppers. These were really good. Very tasty pepper. Here we got some more banana sweet peppers. And we have some more serrano chili peppers, which I don't need to grow because of my freezer full of those. And long red cayenne peppers. These did really well too. I chopped these all up and dehydrated them and made red pepper flakes, and they are very good. Very good. Here's something that was given to me called Hoppy Gray Squash. The seeds are huge, and they say the seeds are rare. So I'm going to see if I can grow at least one successful plant in order to hopefully harvest a couple fruits to hopefully save the seeds. Hoppy Gray Squash. So that one will be more of an experiment, and maybe just growing it just to save seeds, since they're apparently rare. And a whole bunch of packets of basil. Basil is easy, very strong. If you just bumped it while you're out in the garden, you could smell it all the way across. But I'm going to grow basil, if not to use to act as a deterrent for animals, because they say it works, and I didn't have any animals in my garden. We live out in the country, and the only animals that were in my garden were my cats, all my barn cats. I didn't have any evidence of like raccoons or rabbits in my garden. My main problem and my main problem last year was insects, grasshoppers and worms, not earthworms. I don't know what kind of worms they are. They ate my cabbages and they ate my second planting of corn. I'm trying to think what else failed. Can't remember. Anyways, I'm going to actually plant basil, the basic basil, just almost like a border, along with my marigolds. I saved tons of marigold seeds. My marigolds did fantastic. I don't know if this is a risk or not, but I'm going to grow some catnip. Is this going to attract more cats to our house? I have 8 barn cats. They're the sweetest cats in the world. Am I going to be attracting more strange cats, though, by planting catnip? Is this a mistake? I have catnip. Then we have chives. My marigold did awesome too. That's great to hear, Ben. Do you know what kind of marigolds you grew? I do not know what kind of marigolds I grew. I don't remember the name, but it had a package like this. These are nasturtiums, which I did not grow last year, and I'm excited to grow them this year. When my marigolds came, it looks kind of Mexican, you know? Those marigolds did awesome. Even though it says at the bottom, American seed, this is definitely like a Mexican type design. And it's written in Spanish. I bought some seeds just like yours. Well, apparently this brand, whoever these American seeds are with the Mexican design, they got good seeds because, yeah, my marigolds really... I saved a ton of marigold seeds. They're in the other room. I didn't bring those. Probably should have. They're planted with your potatoes. I didn't think to do that. I will plant some with my potatoes. I'm going to plant tons, actually. I'm going to plant them all over the place. I'm going to plant them bordering my entire garden, and I'm going to plant them bordering my second garden, which is dedicated to corn only. And then I think I'm just going to plant them out in the pasture to have a little color out there. Because it's just really long grass out there and what have you. Chives. I did not grow chives last year, but I had these seeds last year. Yes, helps keeps the pests away. Yes, that's my whole plan there. We've got pests, that's for sure. I know we have a lot of groundhogs. They don't seem to be going down to where my garden is, but they are all over in one section of our land. And I sure hope they don't go find my garden. Okay. Here's something I should have grown last year, and I don't know why I did not. And that's cilantro. Because cilantro is supposed to be easy. I suppose I just got distracted. It was my first garden I ever had. So I just picked a few things and grew them. This is, I guess they're just called cilantro. Those are not different types of cilantro. But cilantro seeds are coriander seeds. Well, not the neighbors or magpies, but more like snails. You have snails that get in your garden? Doesn't keep the neighbors away though, huh? It might attract neighbors. Then I have 4 different packets of dill. Long Island Mammoth. Dill was really easy to grow. I thought it was going to be difficult, so I scattered tons of dill seeds, and I had this huge bush of dill. Smells really good. I like the smell of dill. So we got some mammoth dill from my seed catalog at the library. We got some bouquet dill. I don't know what that is, but that's why I got it, because I wanted to see what it was. Oh, and then I also have this bouquet dill. So I guess that can kind of tell me what it is. I don't know, maybe it has extra flowers. Here's something that I tried to grow and failed, is lavender. Have you ever grown lavender, and do you have any tips? Some of it sprouted, but then it didn't really want to do anything. And I know lavender won't survive our zone. I'm in zone 5. So it wouldn't survive over the winter, no matter how badly I'd want it to. Even though they are perennials. Then we're gonna, is this something I did also not grow last year, but I had the seeds, is oregano. I've got Italian oregano, or Italian, not Italian. I don't know why I keep wanting to say Italian. I get made fun of for that. It's Italian oregano, and this one just says oregano. Yeah, I haven't had much success with lavender. Do you know what grow zone you're in? I'm very curious where you are. You don't have to be specific. I was just kind of curious. Are you in a colder climate, or mild, or warm? Parsley. Grew this last year and it did wonderful. I didn't ever tend to it. It just was happy. And it survived frost. Couldn't believe that. This is called evergreen parsley. Did really well. A very successful little herb. The Europeans would laugh and say you pronounce the H. Here's another parsley. This one's called Giant Italian Parsley. I didn't try this one last year. I'm going to try it this year. Then we're going to grow rosemary. I think this is supposed to survive our winters. A perennial herb. They don't have what zone. You're in zone 7A. Nice. You have more options for perennials. I'm pretty sure rosemary survives our winters though. So I'm going to try some rosemary this year. I need to re-look that up. Sage. I don't remember if sage. This is all. Is sage a perennial? This is broadleaf sage. It does. Oh, good. I'll have to find out if sage. Do you know if sage is a perennial? You think so? Oh, it's on the side. Perennial. Except I don't know what zone sage would survive. It might survive our place. Frost hardy to 15 degrees, so maybe not. Because today it's 1 degree. Tarragon. This is something I don't even know what it tastes like or smells like. But it was a free packet. And how do you pass up a free packet of any seed? You know? Can't. I can't. I'm going to try to grow it. Sage does good here. That's good. And it comes back every year for you? Then we have thyme. I did not grow thyme last year. I don't know if this is a perennial either. I really like perennials. And a second package of thyme. This one's called common thyme. The other one just said thyme. Oh, this brand is being way more specific. This one says it is a perennial. Heat and frost tolerant. They don't put the zones on them though. Okay, that's my herbs. Now let's look at the seeds that I saved from last year. So these were successes. Yellow pear, cherry tomatoes were a success. Marvel of Peru I saved. Those are pretty pink flowers with like a long flower, so it attracts hummingbirds. Yes, we have rosemary, 2 different kinds of thyme, and mint. Spearmint is in our yard, and it grows back every year very well. I do want to grow some peppermint, but I don't have any peppermint seeds. But I do have spearmint, so I'm happy with that at least. I plan to plant it in places that I won't be growing my garden. Check out giant Belgium tomatoes. I will. That sounds amazing. Giant Belgium tomatoes? How giant are we talking? I also saved some watermelon seeds. The watermelons were very good. Valencia melon. This is a unique melon. I'm not 100% a fan of the taste. It's good, but it's not like I need more good. It was more like this will help me survive because, like if I needed to survive, because these melons last a long time. They keep really well. I have a whole box of them near our crawl space. It's not in the crawl space, but it's near it because it's chilly over there. And it has a really thick green skin. They're about the size of a cannonball? No. That's like this, isn't it? Aren't cannonballs pretty big? Or are cannonballs small? I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a cannonball in real life. I've only seen the ones in the cartoons, and they're like huge. So, the size of a bowling ball? because I've seen a lot of different types of bowling balls. And they're all the same size. I saved some seeds from my couple of eggplants that survived. I'm going to try to grow these. Google it. That's a great answer. I will Google giant Belgian tomatoes and I'll see if I can find some seeds. Just for you, Ben. So, these are some eggplant seeds. I'm really curious if those will actually sprout. There were these small little eggplants. I think they were supposed to be a little bit bigger. More watermelon. Gardener's Delight. These are like plum-sized tomatoes. They were delish. Cute little tomatoes. More Valencia melons. Acorn squash. I never had acorn squash before last year. They're very good. They're actually, these squash were given to me by our neighbor, a quarter mile away. And I saved the seeds from them and I am looking forward to trying to grow those. Looks like I saved a lot. This I wrote chili pepper ? J-shaped. I think these are my cayenne, long red cayenne peppers. Now that some time has passed because they were long and red. So I think they were these cayenne peppers and they just turned into a J. I should probably write that on there. Serrano pepper ? I wasn't sure what that was, I guess. I had good acorn squash. They got cross-pollinated with my pumpkins. So what happens when it cross-pollinates? Does it change its flavor? Should you not save seeds? Or is it maybe a good thing to save those seeds? I haven't quite grasped the concept of the cross-pollinating and why it's bad or why it's good. Or they turned orange. So they were all orange completely? Or did they still have some green on them? Did they look like little acorn pumpkins? And did they taste different? So basically I shouldn't plant them next to my pumpkins unless I want pumpkin corn. Right? Hi, KJ. What a surprise to see you here. I am sitting at my computer because, as you know, I know you've been here for my lives where I use my phone, which I'm using my phone, and I dislike the commenting so much on mobile streaming that I thought, I wonder if I can use my computer and my phone at the same time, and that's what I'm doing. They tasted the same? Well, that's the main thing, right? As long as they taste the same. Just orange. So you have a new variety, but tastes the same. That's cool. Maybe I'll do that on purpose and keep them separated. Ooh, here's something I saved a ton of. This is only one little package. Concord grapes. Have you ever had grapes off a vine, not from the store? Last year was my first time. The house is coming along, yes. I am almost completely done with the bathroom. I've been working on that bathroom for a long time. Because I kind of stop working on the bathroom because I get discouraged, so I start demolishing some other portion of our house. And then I come back to the bathroom to fix it. I got the floors done, so now they're shiny. They look like a basketball court in there. A basketball court from a saloon. Used them for Halloween decorations and then ate them. Those are great. Yes, Concord grapes, yes. From the vine. That's cool that you used them for decoration and then ate them. That's a dual purpose there. Yes, one step at a time. And I have lots of steps going all different directions, all around me. And this is not supposed to be beautiful behind me. I'm blocking the sun. That's south. The sun is behind me. And if I didn't cover that screen, that sliding door, I wouldn't have been able to have tested using my computer screen. And this is so much nicer being able to read your comments on the computer, because on the phone they disappear after 2 seconds and then I have to like try to find it and it's so frustrating. Anyway, let me show you how many grape seeds I saved. I'm not good at growing anything. What's the temperature here? It's 1 degree. 1. It was so cold when we got up this morning that the frost was on the inside of the windows. These are all the grape seeds I saved from our first harvest of grapes last year. The most delicious thing I ever ate, I think. Next to the sweet corn, this was my favorite thing that I ate that we grew. Yikes, here too. Where are you, KJ? I forgot. Are you in Pennsylvania? Is that what it was? I have a lot of people from Pennsylvania. I don't remember if that's where you're from, but a lot of people are from Pennsylvania that watch me, which is funny. I take pictures of my fruit or produce, print them, put them on the packet before harvest. That's a clever idea, Ben. Yes, you're in Pennsylvania. You wouldn't believe how many people from Pennsylvania watch me. Must be a high population over there. Saved some beans. 2 different kinds of beans. I don't know what they are. I grew both of them last year. They both grew great. I canned both of them. They are delicious. Yes, harvesting seeds. Yes, Pennsylvania seems to like me. And I appreciate that. I like Pennsylvania too. There's seeds I saved from our cantaloupe. I'm seeing what else, if there's anything here that I didn't show you that I saved. Oh, here's something that I don't have a seed packet for, but I saved. Is honey gold cherry tomatoes. These were delicious. They were almost like candy in the garden. Savory candy in the garden, not sweet candy. I don't know what you would call that. Utah loves me? Well, that's exciting to know you're in Utah, huh, Ben? I'm trying to think. I think one other person has told me they're in Utah. I don't hear Utah as often, but I'm sure glad you're here. Your doggie looks comfortable behind you, and those tomatoes sound awesome. She does look comfy. That's Jackie Brown back there. Boris is on my bed. My bed is right there. And these boxes are VHS tapes. And that lampshade, I will remove the next time that I do a live because it doesn't need to be there. So behind me is not a display of beauty like a lot of people who do a live stream, because everything is a work in progress, and so is my backdrop. Anyway, I'm also going to grow some white yarrow. We have a ton of old VHS. I really like VHS. I watch them. I look for them. I still buy them. I have a list of movies I want on VHS. Not to worry, here for you. Thank you, KJ. The day is always a little brighter when KJ shows up. So I have these white yarrow seeds. These are supposed to be perennials here, I think, I hope. Yes, a perennial herb. But I guess I'm going to have to use Google to make sure it's perennial here. Keeping it real, no soft soaping. Well, Ben, you're a Columbo viewer. I wasn't sure. I wasn't going to assume that you were. Yes, no soft soaping. We don't need to be doing that. KJ is also from my Columbo channel that found me over here. There haven't been very many, but some of you Columbo fans have done your detective work and found my other channels. That too. We always love your Columbos. Thank you. I'm working on Swan Song right now, and no spoilers, but I really like that episode. That's all I'll say. Unless you have a specific question you want to ask me. Although I am planning to do a live stream on my Columbo channel because it sounds like people do want it. Because you might have seen the poll. Because the reason why I was wanting to know if people wanted a live stream. First of all, well, I really do want to visit with my Columbo people. So second of all, it might be a 5 cigar. Second of all, the way YouTube works is that the more interaction going on your channel, the more traffic will come in. So this isn't the main reason I'm doing it. It's just one of the reasons. The first reason is I really do want to visit with my people if they want to visit with me. So because it takes me 1.5 to 2 months to finish a video, I wanted to throw in something, and I would not have even thought of doing a live stream if it put my live stream video in the same category as my videos. But the fact that YouTube separates live streams into their own little section and leaves my videos in their nice chronological order without a live stream breaking it, that's why I was even more willing to offer that if people wanted it. Because I do not like things out of order when I'm trying to put things in order, if that makes sense. So my live streams will not be clogging up my nice episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then live stream right in the middle. It's not going to happen like that. So I like that. How do I sound, by the way? Because this is just my phone. Do I sound like I'm weird, or does it sound normal? You're not saying anything about the sound, but maybe you're being polite. Sounds fine. Hi, Michael. Welcome. Michael says it sounds fine. Parrish. Every time I hear the name Parrish, I think of Jumanji because that's the first place I heard that name. There's a mouse in the ceiling. I just heard it. I like the idea, but my husband likes watching it at night, a routine. You sound normal. Good. Wave. Hi, Michael Parrish. I tried to help by making comments. It was me that posted alternate title, Think Tank. Thank you very much. I love hearing alternate titles, and that is a very funny one. Thank you very much. Okay, good. Good to know that the sound isn't dramatically different because the microphone that I use is a semi-professional-ish sort of microphone for a regular person to use when I do my Columbo videos. So this is just my phone's microphone at the moment. So I just wanted to make sure it sounded okay because there are some critical people over there because there's more traffic over there. Like I've got 20,000 subscribers over there, so there's going to be people. That's why I wanted to test it over here, to talk about my seeds, because I knew I would only get like a couple of sweet people coming over saying hello. I would only get a couple of sweet peas over here. So I'm also going to try to grow some sweet peas. This is Royal Family Mixed. I don't know if these are hard to grow or not, but I didn't grow very many flowers last year, and I really would like to grow some this year. This says it's a perennial, but I don't know if it's a perennial here. Delphinium. When should I do my live stream at my Colombo channel? Should it be tomorrow? Or should I wait a little bit? I grow artificial plants. Are you being funny, KJ? You could grow some plants, KJ. I could give you some. If you're ever traveling across Iowa and you stop in Des Moines to eat some corn on the cob, I could give you some plants. I'm also going to try to grow. I wrote on here, this is a perennial flower, zone 5 through 9. Tomorrow? You want me to do it tomorrow? Because I would probably need to make a post because people got mad at me when I would when I would release the Colombo videos. What's it called? Premiere. When I premiered my Colombo videos with no warning, I got a few I don't know if they were really mad, but they were disappointed, and I felt bad. So if you want me to do it tomorrow, I can make a post and say, hey, I'm gonna do a live stream tomorrow. Trying to decide what time I want to. So it's 11:20 right now. A lot of people get mad at me because they're at work when I stream. When I would release the Colombo videos as a premiere, they were at work. But I'm not going to do this in the evening because my husband is home in the evening, and he's the only thing I take care of in the evening. Don't worry about those trolls. I know. You're right. Although I think the people that were upset at me weren't trolls. They were regular viewers, and they're just upset that they weren't there. I know. I need to forget about the trolls, which I have done way better now than I did when I started. And I think that's pretty normal. Because when you first start, you've got like 300 subscribers, and then a third of them are mean, or a third of your comments aren't very nice. But then as you get more subscribers, you do get more trolls, but you also have more, the percentage is higher of people who are kind to you. So it doesn't hurt anymore, I guess you could say. They will get over it, you're right. And they could always go back and watch, because I will read out loud the questions, whatever people do ask or say. Because I think people like that, I think. Because then they feel like I'm paying attention to them. Yeah. Anyway. Did I ever say what this plant was? No, I didn't. I just said that they're supposed to be perennials in zones 5 through 9. And I don't even know what they look like, but it's called Golden Jubilee Agastache. I don't know what. You're not going to be able to see it, I don't think. I might have to type it in the comments. Agastache. I need to look that up on Google. Just use Google, right? How could anyone be mean to you? You have to let it roll off of you when they are. I know, I'm way better at it now than I used to be. I am way better at it. At just ignoring them. The main mean comments I get on my channel, because I've been way more careful about pronouncing things. So I look up every single town before I say where people are from, you know, like the background characters. And I search for people on YouTube saying the name. Anyway, the main mean comments I get are, stop talking, I just want to watch the episode comments. And I tell those people, go out and buy the series. You can't watch the episodes on YouTube. And that's always my comments. I'm also going to grow some hollyhocks. Chater's double mixed. I don't know what that means. And I don't know if these are perennials. I want it says right on it, perennial. I want them all to be perennials. I wish they'd say what zone they're perennials in. It seems like that's important. Bunching onions. I don't know where I got this. Where are these even from? It says Burpee, but I don't remember buying these, and I've got more chives. I don't remember getting these at all. And they must have been on clearance, and I just bought them and then never looked at them again. Lettuce, burpee bib. More lettuce. Tom Thumb. As I showed before, nasturtiums. I really want to grow these. I think these come back. I think. I used my dehydrator to dry onions, tomatoes, and zucchini. Had some with my breakfast. I've never done dried zucchini. I'm going to grow zucchini this year. I never tried onions either, but I eat our onions so fast. I really like onions. How's your father is here? Hello, I'm from your Watch It for Days channel. Well, my group of people here right now are all Columbo fans. Thank you everyone for being here. This is a test stream for my Watch It for Days channel because I'm using my phone and my phone's microphone, but I really dislike the commenting on mobile. So I'm using this on the computer. The computer's in front of me, so I can see the comments. And now you know. And everyone here is a Columbo fan, unless Michael Parrish, if he's still here, is not. Might be. So it's nice to have all my Columbo people over here looking at my cabbage seeds with me. These ones are more early golden acre seeds. I like your name, How's Your Father? That's really funny. Forget-me-nots. These are an annual, they say right on it. They're sure pretty little things. I would love to grow these. I wonder how difficult they are. I don't want to be forgotten, so I'm going to grow some forget-me-nots, and I'll give them to you guys. Annual Elysium pastel carpets. Are you going to plant them all? Oh dear. It's an awful lot of seeds, isn't it? I borrowed my username from Austin Powers. I know Austin Powers very well, the first movie, but I don't remember How's Your Father. Is it from the first movie? Did you know that you have some fans that are big-time YouTubers like Behavior Panel? I don't even know what Behavior Panel is. Is that something that I would want to watch? What is the Behavior Panel? I did not know that. I need to look them up and subscribe to them, don't I? I'm also going to grow poppies. That makes me think of Wizard of Oz. Well, we have Ibrahim Sab. The Elysium smells like honey. Does it? I don't know how to pronounce your last name, but I tried. So Elysium smell like honey? I might be able to get them to grow this year. I might have too many seeds and I'm going to overwhelm myself as I do with almost everything I do. Because if I find something I like, I really like it, I get carried away with it. Which is one of the reasons why my Columbo channel is so detailed. The car. Is there a car called that? Yes, like the scenting oil for soaps. I need to make more soaps. I haven't made any soaps yet this year. They watch you and have like 1 million subscribers. They have mentioned you. They have a Columbo motif. Oh, wow. I need to look them up then. Absolutely. They have 1 million subscribers? Okay, I see the car that's called, except I've never heard of that car before. Is it, I'm gonna have to look up how to pronounce it because I don't want to sound foolish like I do sometimes. That's really nice that they mentioned me. That feels special. Kind of shy. That's cool. I'll check them out too. Yeah, I need to go check them out. I'm also gonna grow. I don't know how much of this I'm gonna grow now that I've gotten to how many seeds I have. Sunflowers. We've got the mammoth sunflower. I saved a ton of sunflower seeds from sunflowers that were growing when we moved here. I don't know what those were, but they were huge. They might have been mammoth. I don't know. Then we've got mixed colors. These ones look like they might be smaller, which I would like that too. Then we've got skyscraper. So these must be tall. 12 feet. Humongous. Have you ever seen the word humongous written out before? Humongous applies here, they said. Oh, they have little notes. This one says to harvest the seeds for roasting. The mammoth. And this one says humongous applies here. Have you ever seen the word humongous written out? That's why it took me a moment to know what that word was. That's a funny looking word. Okay, we're almost done with my seeds. The other ones that I got were, it says it's a perennial, but it's not a perennial in my zone. It's close. 6 through 9. So this would grow at Ben's house. Do you know what zone you're in, KJ? In Pennsylvania? You're probably in my zone, maybe. How's your father says? I was gonna say that every Columbo episode is on Tubi, in case your fans ask. I know that Tubi eventually things get removed, but I can let them know. What I always tell people, they're usually rude people that tell me to quit talking and to just watch the episode. I always tell them to go out and buy the set or find a streaming service because you can't watch it on YouTube. Those grow good here. You can soak sunflower seeds in salt water and roast them. I've got to do that. Do you eat the seed? I've actually never roasted sunflower seeds myself. I mean, do you eat the shell, not the seed? Do you eat the shell after roasting them? Like, can you eat the whole thing? I'm still learning. I have a lot to learn. And yes, I know I could Google it, but we're having a conversation. Sort of. Anyway, these are Scarlet Sage. I don't remember why I bought these, but there was a reason. Yes, I do. Okay. So you just roast them and then you just eat them. You eat them like candy or chips. Not the whole thing. Oh. So do you open them then? You open the shell and eat the seed. That's what you do? I know you can do that. I was just making sure there wasn't some, because with pumpkin seeds, you can eat the whole shell, right? When you roast pumpkin seeds. I'm pretty sure. Anyways, I keep talking about these Scarlet Sages, and I don't know why I bought them. But I'm glad I bought them because they're probably pretty. Yellow mustard. Now you can actually make mustard out of these. I'm seeing if there's a perennial word on here because I like it. Yes, on pumpkin seeds. Okay. So you eat the whole thing with a pumpkin seed. You open your sunflower seeds like an Ace Ventura. This is a cover crop. Okay. So we have a section of our pasture that's full of thistles. And I was hoping that I could get some wildflowers and cover crops to kind of choke out the thistles. I don't know if I can though. And then it looks like I was really excited with my seeds and I bought some. These are called Midwest Wildflower Seed Mix. So these should, once they grow and everything, come back every year. Yes, a disgusting habit. You must have seen that movie that you can quote it. Have any of you ever tried to sprout a peach pit? Because, I'm asking, because when we first moved here, the old chicken run was full of peach pits, and I left them there until last spring, picked them all up, so they had gone through a very cold winter. Have you had success growing a peach pit, Ben? I collected probably 30 peach pits off the ground. They all sank in water, so that should mean that there's still life in them. Anyway, I did plant all of them in pots. Yes, there's a seed in the pit. You'll have to video all of your flowers and veggies. I never personally sprouted a peach pit. Yes. So I only got the seed out of one of them because it wanted to come out. But I kept seeing videos of people planting the whole peach pit and that they would get a tree. And so I'm just really hoping I can get some of those sprouted, because our land actually doesn't have very many trees, because I think the Amish might have cut down all the trees so that their horses and what have you had more pasture. Because it's all pasture. And I want trees. So I have planted lots of trees. I've even sprouted walnuts, black walnuts, and I have those out there. I planted those last spring. And I've bought fruit trees, hoping they make it through the winter. And I have some fruit trees on the way in March, or April, actually, that I'm going to grow. And I'm excited about that. I really like trees, and I like plants. There are tutorials on apple trees and peach trees. I did plant some apple seeds, although the apple seeds I hear are not likely to grow delicious fruit, but I hear that the peach seeds do grow good peaches. If that makes any sense. But I did sprout some apple seeds from a store-bought apple. I remember you mentioned meeting some rude Amish. That surprised me. Yes, they were the ones we bought the house from. Rude as you could get it. And then after visiting with other people who have interacted with Amish people, they confirmed, yes, there are rude Amish, but it's like there are also not rude Amish. There's also very friendly and helpful and talented and skillful Amish. They just didn't live in this house. It's like any group of people. There's good ones and there's bad ones. And I learned that there were bad ones because we are all taught how good and skillful the Amish are. But that's not all of them. Just like, yeah, people are people. You are 100% correct, Ben. People are people. Oh, you said it takes like 7 years, yeah, to get a fruit. That's fine. The plan is to live here the rest of our lives. That said, I don't think I've ever talked to an Amish person, so I don't know. I never talked to an Amish person until moving here. And because my first interaction with the Amish was a bad one, because it's your first interaction, it's the one that sticks with you the most, and I needed to let that go because I know that there are good Amish people. It's just that those bad ones left a terrible stain on the whole situation. And working in this house and finding things that they had done to the house that really was very bad decisions that kind of wrecked parts of the house. And poor craftsmanship. These must have been like some off. Don't get offended, but I think they might have been some. Maybe I shouldn't say anything. When you're live, you can't edit the video. So maybe I won't say anything. Well, we went through all our seeds. You like my new glasses? Thank you, Scott. They are new. Aren't you observant? Yes, my old glasses, if you saw them in real life, my old glasses, my old lenses, you would wonder how I could possibly see through them. They were so scratched to oblivion. It might be cold outside, but you are a ray of sunshine. Now I'm soft soaping. Oh, Ben, you're soft soaping me. Yes, these are new glasses, and they tint in the sunlight, which I am not sure that I actually really like that. I do like having sunglasses on out there in the sun, especially since I work outside a lot in the spring and the summer. But when someone comes up to you to talk to you and your glasses are shades, I feel like I'm being rude, if you know what I mean. Because it looks like I'm wearing sunglasses and visiting with somebody. But they are nice when you're working out there and you're alone. Black Sheep Amish. Yes. That's what they were, I guess. They were putting on a show, but their hearts weren't as bright and beautiful as they should have been. You're never rude. You're one of the nicest people ever. Thank you, Scott. I might accidentally be rude once in a while, and that's why I need to remember that when you're doing a live stream, you need to think before you speak. Because you can't edit it out. I was going to say the flowers that are in this Midwestern mix are dwarf cornflower, bachelor button, candy tuft, sweet William. So far I don't know what any of these look like. Indian blanket. Gotta go. Good luck with your garden. Thank you, Ben. I'm so glad you came to visit. You gave some good advice. Ben and KJ said I should do my Watch It for Days stream tomorrow. What do you think? How's your father and Scott? By the way, I have recently retired relatives who moved to the country and tried their hand at farming. It is so much work. You got that right. It is so much work. Our house is a fixer-upper, and I'm trying to farm at the same time, and it is work. And I'm trying to make Columbo videos in the process. I hope there isn't a lot of filler in that mix. Oh yeah, I was reading the mix, wasn't I? I hope there's not too. It looks like a lot of seeds. I don't know what the filler would be. These are supposed to be... yes, I have off tomorrow because of the cold. Really? Where are you, Scott? Are you in Pennsylvania too? How's your father? Says, I have to go. Nice talking. It was wonderful talking, and I hope to talk to you another day. Have a wonderful rest of your day. You have off tomorrow. Do you work outside? Ohio. Do you work outside or what? That you get to be off for the cold. That's amazing. There's also prairie coneflower, Mexican hat. School is off. That's interesting. I'm trying to think back. Think way back to when I was in school. Did we have days off because it was cold? I think we did. Like below zero stuff. And that's what it is here. Below zero. We've got lance leaf, red poppy, wild cosmos, California poppy, blanket flower, black-eyed Susan, wild perennial lupine, purple coneflower, Russell lupine, plains choropus, Siberian wallflower, blue flax. Supposed to be like 10 below. Yep, when we got up this morning it was 14 below. Lupine, you like lupine? Does that come back every year where you are? I think it's supposed to here. I'm in zone 5. Do you know what zone you're in, Scott? Blue lupine is the state flower of Alaska. Well. Zone 5. Well, we're in the same zone. We can grow the same things, Scott. Blue flax, scarlet flax, Drummond phlox, sulfur orange cosmos, and gloriosa daisy. So that's what's all supposed to be in here. I'm going to plant these this spring, hoping to choke out the weeds with flowers, wildflowers. That's my plan. We'll see. I've noticed that the last 2 years, there seems to be more filler in seed mixes and less seeds. What is the filler? When you say filler, what is it? Like sand? Like sawdust? Well, it doesn't look like it. This looks like all seeds. Maybe these people are honest or something. This is Eden Brothers. Or ground up junk. This looks like it's all seeds. So I think we're okay with these people. This is a 1/4 pound of seeds, it says. It's the size of a hamburger. I will check out Eden Brothers. I bought these off of Amazon. I'll find out this spring how much of them sprout. We got a big tractor driving by. And that was all of my seeds except for my marigold seeds I saved, which are in a big bucket, and sunflower seeds that I saved, which are also in a big bucket. So we went over all the seeds. I don't know if I'm going to plant all of them. Like I said, I tend to overwhelm myself, and then if you overwhelm yourself, you're going to fail at things more often. So I need to probably leave a couple things out. When is your next soap video? That's a great question. I need to make some soap. I need to make enough soap to start selling them. Actually, if you see this, there's soap under that towel and under this towel. They're being protected from dust. Those are the soaps that I've made. They're probably all ready to be used. They're all cured long enough to be used. I could test out my all lard soap that I made, which I've never tried before. Maybe I'll test that out tonight. Or should I actually make a video? Would people want to see that as a video? I used to make soap suds videos, and then they didn't really get that much. You need to get more oils. You're running out. You're absolutely right about that. I still just have a bunch of lard and a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of castor oil. It's just not enough to make. Rats got here late. Carry on. Hi, Crow T Robot. Good thing I really like rats, so that's okay. When I work on stuff at home or school, I do a playlist of your videos. You do? Well, that's really nice of you, Scott. They are great to work along with. Thank you so much. Are you talking about my soap videos? Or my Columba videos? That's really nice, though. I do need to make more soap. Yes. Okay. And Columbo. I do need to make more soap. Because I do want to open my shop. Especially I have in my brain all these things that I want to do I ran out of all my soaps, Shauna. All of my Shauna soap. Please. Pet rats are smart and social. Yes, Crow T Robot, pet rats are the best small pet to own. I'm sorry, KJ, that you're all out of my soap. I need to open my shop. And Scott Miller says he wants me to open my shop too. My last bar is almost gone. Ah, you're going to be my motivation to get busy, aren't you? Yes, I need to do this. I need to make soap. And I need to get my shop open. All of my shipping supplies is in a box upstairs. You're cheerleaders. You are cheerleaders. I bought all I could before you closed it down. I know you were one of my big helpers. I think KJ might have been as well. And that was really helpful because I did not want to pack up all that soap to bring it to this house to use. And I was so thankful for that. I need to make a list. Maybe that would help. The last one is lavender. I wonder what soap that was. I gifted some of it too. My friends love it. Oh my goodness, thank you. I'm trying to remember my last lavender soap. People like lavender. I like lavender. It is purple. I'd have to go back and look. Is it all purple or does it have purple and green? Did it keep its scent? Sometimes so the longer a soap cures, the better it actually is in performance, but sometimes the scent will kind of disappear. Does it still smell like lavender? Because sometimes it'll eventually just smell like an unscented bar of soap, which isn't a bad thing. It's just that the fragrance is part of the fun. It still had some. Okay. You know my soaps shaped like little lemons that I never sold, but were created because of Leslie and her bathroom had soap shaped like little lemons from Ransom for a Dead Man. You stored them in your sock drawer. That's a perfect place to store soap. Anyways, I actually had to start using the lemon soap because we were running out of soap. So we're actually using it right now. And it has 0 lemon scent left. It smells like an unscented bar of soap. So I wouldn't sell those anyway since they don't smell like lemons anymore. But they work nice. They're nice and bubbly. And they are shaped like little lemons still. They just don't smell like lemon. I'm going to make those again though because I figured there'd be a little lemon scent left. None. And I used lemon essential oil, and it seems like the essential oils don't last as long as the fragrance oils because they are a little different. I love the scent. I agree, that's part of the fun. Yep. Since it's lemon, yeah, you'd think at least a little bit of it would have stuck. Maybe I needed to add some kale and clay because I don't think I added any to that batch. And clay is supposed to, at least it's rumored, to help keep the scent longer. But I think that might just be a rumor. I'm not sure. We went over all of our seeds. This is my seed box, if you're curious at least what I keep them in. This is an old antique toolbox, actually. where you'd put your tools in it for the day's work for your construction job and carry it all along with you. It's a wooden toolbox. But it is my wooden seed box. And I probably should not try to sprout every single seed I have. Well, we've been streaming for an hour and a half. What do you guys think? Do you think I should be doing my Watch It for Days stream tomorrow? You're a very individual person, Shauna. Well, you know what, Crow? You are a very individual person. And I'm glad you're here. Individual people are the ones that I like. I need to get some things done. I can't stay on too much longer. We love you. You do need to get stuff done, KJ, just like me. So I can't stay on it much longer anyway. So I'm going to be leaving here soon. And absolutely. Absolutely what? Are you answering my question I had? Stay warm. I'm trying to stay warm. My feet are actually very cold right now. I got my Carhartts on though. These help. My Carhartt overalls. They're a little big. You see, I have to. These are actually my husband's. He got different ones, so I got the hand-me-down overalls. And the straps are too long, so I had to fold them. Okay, thanks for doing this. Well, thank you for being here. It's no fun if I didn't have you here, so thank you for being here. Otherwise, I'm just talking to myself like I usually do. How is the fireplace, speaking of keeping warm? The fireplace is wonderful. Fireplace is in that room right next to me, and then one more room over is the wood stove, which I need to go tend to probably. Last time I checked it, it was at 380 degrees. Yes, Columbo Live. So tomorrow, shall I make a post? Is it electric or gas? The fireplace itself is a gas fireplace. Propane. My mother just texted me. I bet you heard that. I'll text her later. I called the propane people and told them to come over here and fill our tank. Yes, Columbo Live. Tomorrow. Okay. Then I'll probably make a post so that people know tomorrow. Because people like warning, I learned. People get mad if you don't warn them, I learned. Okay. So maybe I'll do, should I do 11 a.m. tomorrow? So mad. Yep. Should I try to do 11 a.m. stream tomorrow? 11 a.m. Central Time? Yeah, my time. 11 a.m. Central. 11 plus plus? Does that mean you are 2 hours ahead of me? Or am I thinking too much? That's 12 p.m. Eastern Time, which is where you are, Scott? "10 a.m. Mountain Pacific." You're right about that. Did I already ask you, Scott, you're a Pennsylvanian? Because KJ is from Pennsylvania. One where I am. Okay, so that's why you put plus plus. Okay. Does that time work out for you then? Ohio. Oh yeah, you said you're in Ohio. There's a lot to keep track of. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people out here. And they're all very individual, which makes it harder to keep all the facts straight. The dog is growling at something outside. Okay, well, I will make a post and do my first live stream tomorrow on my Watch It for Days channel at 11 a.m. Central Time. And that should be interesting. There's probably going to be several people there. That's why I did this test, because I didn't want to be making a test on a big channel. How many Colombo locations were affected by the LA fires? I do not know. But I had a very kind person send me an email that had a website sharing all of the businesses or land marks that got destroyed, and I haven't looked at it yet. But I would imagine that something probably did get destroyed because it was LA. So I'm sure a house or two. About to plant my first tomato. Can I grow it? It says. Well, you're planting early. You must be a little farther south than me. I can't start sprouting tomatoes till March, probably. March. Otherwise, my plants are going to get too big, and there will be no room for them in the house. Hope it grows well. I hope so too. I need to try to sprout some onions. Because I hear onions take a very long time, so you need to start them early. So I'll probably try to sprout some of these onion seeds. I've never grown onion from seed. I'm going to send you some seeds. That would be awesome. I would plant the flower seeds. Well, I would plant them. And I would call them, these are the Scott Miller flowers. That I collected myself? What are they? That's amazing. And since we're in the same grow zone, Scott, they should do... Oh, zinnias. Yes, those are beautiful. I don't have any of those seeds. That would be wonderful. I did grow some of those last year because I had this tiny packet of flower mix. They last until October. That's amazing. I had this tiny packet of flower mix. And these one beautiful flowers came up. I was like, what are those? So I used Google Lens to identify them. And they were zinnias. So that would be awesome. They grew really well. They were healthy. There were pink ones and purple ones that grew, and orange ones. They are out in the garage. Do you have lots of them? Maybe if I can get... You have a tub of seeds. That's amazing, Scott. So you must have a nice garden that you save your seeds. I have a lot of grape seeds. Saved a lot of seeds for my grapes. The gopher likes my garden. We have a gopher too. And he is just, I don't know how he can dig in the ground right now, but he has really made the ground bumpy. And there is a mouse in my ceiling. I hear it. I've caught a lot of mice this winter. Because in the winter they go searching for a warm place, which is your house. And when you have an old farmhouse, there's places to get in. I've caught a lot of them though. He's busy doing something, building a nest. I hear it. Anyway, I'll probably go now. Trying to think. I've got plenty of things I need to go take care of. Overwinter tomatoes for the first time. Going to plant some more tomato seeds to supplement. You overwintered tomatoes? I didn't know that was possible. Ben? The plant? The plant will keep living? Really? Oh. So you just kept taking clippings and rooting them out, and then your tomato plant lives forever. Is that what you're saying? Wow. I never thought of doing that, but that is really cool. Yeah, tomato plants, their clippings, they are excited to root out. You can get hundreds of hundreds of plants off of one plant. They're really cool. And then their seeds sprout like nothing once you get the little film off of them. I saved seeds from my last garden, and it was my first time ever saving seeds, so I figured it wasn't going to be very successful. And all of them sprouted, so I had 100 tomato plants. Correct. Got giant Belgian tomatoes in January, and then the gopher comes and eats them. Believe it or not. Do the gophers eat your tomatoes, Scott? Ben wants me to get Belgium tomatoes. Giant Belgium tomatoes the size of cannonballs. Which I was wondering, is that the size of a bowling ball? The problem with gophers is how do you catch them to get rid of them since they're underground? It's kind of hard to target them with your 22 when they're under the ground. A small cannon. So then the size of a softball? It's a struggle. I believe it. I don't know what to do. I've never seen them. I just see these mounds in the ground all the time. Bigger than a softball. This is like 20 questions when you ask, is it bigger than a toaster? I had this little electronic 20 questions game that me and my nephew would play, and it was always so funny, these weird comparison size questions. Anyway. I've got things I need to do. I need to think about what I'm going to be making for dinner. I need to do the dishes, and I need to take care of laundry. The typical domestic duties. I've set traps, but I won't get into what I caught, but it was never a gopher. And I want to know what you caught. Were you catching rats? Is that why you don't want to say it? Rabbits. Oh. I know we've got rabbits, but I have cages around. Raccoons. We've got raccoons. We've got possums. Were you catching possums too? Have you caught a skunk? We had this massive skunk go across our land. And we have a beaver that lives on our land, which is weird. The beaver is hibernating in a big wood pile. And I never saw a beaver in real life before this beaver. I only saw them, I've never seen one in the wild. I've seen them at the zoo. What's the matter, Boris? What's the matter? There's my Scottish Terrier. You can see him now. That's Boris. Amazing creatures, Ben says. Beavers? Yes. I should do some research on beavers. He was eating all the clover in our field. And we don't have any water near us, which is why it was so strange that he decided to move in our giant woodpile. We just had a lot of clover, and apparently they like clover. Anyway, like I said, it wanted soap. I don't know. There's no water for it to wash its little face with the soap. You didn't name him Dog? No, I didn't. His name is Boris, and that's Jackie Brown. If I got a basset hound, I think I would name it Dog, because, of course. I heard they whistle when they talk. Yeah, they do in, there's a Disney cartoon with a beaver that whistles. Is it Winnie the Pooh? I don't know. It's been a long time. But like I said, I have a list of domestic duties to go take care of. Yes, Scott says. The typical things that everyone needs to take care of in their household. And that's what I need to go do. But I will plan, or it's a gopher. It's been a while since I've seen that movie. But you know, when you see things as a kid, they kind of permanently stay in your brain. Oh, I gotta go. My husband is calling me at this very moment. How do we end the stream? I'm gonna have to call him back. How do I end the stream? I don't know how to end the stream. Let's see. Because I'm not gonna answer this phone while... Oh, here we go.